Morning, guys. Martin here, True North Revival Ministry. And we are busy with Daniel. And like I said previously, you need to go in a sequence to understand the book because it is pictures and stuff in a right timeline to be seen. All right. So this morning I want to speak on Daniel 8. And I believe the first 7 has blessed you and already give you a timeline what's going on now. Here my board, you will see that I've here chapter 1 and 4 was with Nebuchadnezzar. And chapter 5 was all about his son Belshazzar. And then 6 was Darius and it ended over Cyrus. Now, we need to know that they are from Babylon, the kingdom, and then this Darius and Cyrus was from the Mede and Persian. All right, and we need to understand that chapter 7 was Daniel's vision starting. So all the visions here was Nebuchadnezzar. All right, and the history. Then Daniel 7 is about Daniel's vision, but it is in the first year of Belshazzar. Now, chapter 8 that will be there will be in the 3rd year of Belshazzar. All right, so you need to come back and see that before Darius and Cyrus were from the Median Persians there. All right, he had this vision. So he's actually standing here. All right, he's still in the lion, who is Babylon, who's Nebuchadnezzar. All right, or if you can remember the gold head of this big statue, and then the silver, and then the bronze, and then the iron and the clay. That was the Roman Empire. All right, so let me read to you, and then you're going to understand that it is in the 2nd year of Belshazzar. So he's actually seeing this and this. All right, but it's his vision now. It's not Nebuchadnezzar's vision anymore. And it's all about a ram and a goat. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me, Daniel, after which I appeared unto me at first. And I saw in a vision, it came to pass when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision, and I was by the river Ulai. Then I lifted my eyes, and I saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns. So, what is the ram with the 2 horns? It is this Mede and Persian is the ram with 2 horns. And the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other. And we know that is actually the Persian king that was higher than the Mede. That's why also in the first image of when he saw this bear, it was off balance. It was lying in the one side, all right, one-sided. It's just off balance, and this is the horn is higher than the other, which had 2 horns. The 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. That means first Mede ruled, they take over, and then the Persian king, all right, took over. So first Darius was the Mede king, and then Cyrus came from the Persian king that was greater and higher, all right. I saw the ram pushing westwards and northwards and southwards, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did it according to his will and became great. This is Cyrus that is so big and great. And I was considering, behold, the goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth. All right, from the west is where the Persian king came from. And touch not, behold, he goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touch not the ground. And the goat had notable horn between his eyes. All right, a horn is always a power and also a king. All right, that is notable. This speaks of Alexander the Great, that is this notable king of the Persian, um, you know, a kingdom that will come. And he came to the ram who had two horns, which I had seen standing before the river. So here was it the leopard, but now it's a goat with a notable horn. All right, yes, a ram with two horns. The one is higher than the other one. All right, but now this goat is coming and it stands in front of this one. And he came to the ram who had two horns, which I had seen standing before the river. And they ran unto him in fury of his power. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with closer against him, and smote the ram, and brake the two horns. And there was no power in the ram to stand before him. Alexander the Great was powerful warrior, and these people as well. So what does it say? It says that the Greek Empire overruled this Median Persian king. But it cast him down to the ground and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver him. Therefore, the he-goat waxed very great. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of the earth. So this became greater leopard, or the goat now in this vision. All right. It's Alexander the Great. But when he died, there were four generals that took over. That's why this leopard also was seen in his first vision as four heads. And we know it is Cassander, Lysimachus, Ptolemy, and Seleucus. All right. It came with four notable ones toward the four winds of the earth. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. So out of this came there a ruler, and it speaks of the Seleucus. Came there a ruler, and that is Antiochus Epiphanes. All right, in 175 rule until 164. All right, we can write that down for you. Under this one, a great Antiochus Epiphanes, and he came in 175 to 164. He was a terrible guy. He was also called, abomination of desolation, like Daniel was seeing in chapter 9, that's following week, speaks of a ruler that will come. Because of this guy, he came also in the temple, but the first temple that Solomon, all right, no, he came in the second temple because the first temple already was broken now, and he came in the second temple in 167, all right. He did terrible things. All right, let's read about that. Out of the one came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great toward the south. And it waxed great even to the host of the heavens, and it cast down some of the host of the stars to the ground. Who's the stars in Old Testament prophecies? It's the people of God, all right. So it hosts stars to the ground. It means he killed the people of God. All right. You know the dragon in Revelation 12 that also swept with his, there were 12 stars above the head of the woman that was pregnant. The dragon came and swept with his. Dragon is Satan. All right. But it was in that time Herodes that was on earth swept a third part of the stars. It's nothing to do with angels. It's to do with the people of God and Israel. All right. It's nonsense that the third part of the angels were in heaven and they were cast down to the earth. This speaks of, and it waxed great even to the host of heavens. So he was mighty in power, this Antiochus Epiphanes. And he cast down some of the host of the stars, Israel, the people of God, to the ground, and stamped upon them, you see, upon them. Stars is not angels. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host. So he made out and says, I am God. He was the first guy already started to making statues of himself and says, I am God, and put statues in the temple of the Jewish people. All right. He magnifies himself to the prince of the host, and by him daily sacrifices was taken away. All right, he said the Jews that time cannot do sacrifices and offerings anymore in the temple, and place of his sanctuary was cast down, and an host was given him against the daily sacrifices by reason of transgression. And it casts down the truth to the ground, and it practices and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto the certain saint which spake, How long be this vision concerning this daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation? You hear the word again, desolation. I already spoken on the abomination of desolation, but you can go and see that video after this because it speaks in Daniel 9 about that. But this guy is also abomination. To give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot. So he started to reign 11 years, but here in 167, I believe, he started to do this. And then they gave a time here, 2000 verse 14, and he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then the sanctuary shall be cleansed. So this is 6 years. That will be terrible for the Jewish people in this time, all right, where they cannot do the offering and how he will rule. Be terrible, all right, under the Greek Empire, under the Seleucus side, all right. Verse 15, and it came to pass when even I, Daniel, had seen the vision, I sought for the meaning. And behold, there stood before me the appearance of a man. All right. And we go just a little bit on because now the vision is going to be told unto him. Now, verse 18. Now he was speaking with me. I was in a deep sleep, on my face toward the ground. And he set me upright and said, Behold, I will make thee known. All right. The ram which thou saw, having 2 horns, are the kings of the Mede and Persian. Yeah, he confessed what I'm telling you. The ram is this. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia. It is Alexander the Great. Of the leopard is the goat. Between the eyes of the first king. And the great horn that is between the eyes is the first king, is Alexander the Great. Now that being broken, where 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. So the Greek Empire, when Alexander the Great died, all right, these 4 stood up, but they were actually against one another because they fight for their authority and power in this kingdom. But it was already now being divided. They did not have the same power that they once had. And the later time of the kingdom, when the transgressor are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding, dark sentence shall stand up. This is Antiochus Epiphanes that stood up under the Seleucus. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. All right. mighty because he is from Satan now, trying to destroy the Jewish people and a temple and an offering system. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and he shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy also he shall cause crafts to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, that is actually God, Jesus. But he shall be broken without hand. Man, you are going to die. Jesus Christ will not come and fight you. You will die. And the vision of the evening and the morning which was told is true. Therefore shut up the vision, for it shall be for many days. All right, so Daniel is prophesying here, seeing the vision in 8. Chapter 8 we are speaking, but it is in the 3rd year of Belshazzar, before Darius and Cyrus. All right, Darius and Cyrus, and then Alexander the Great, that must come and rule here. All right, Alexander the Great will come after Cyrus. There's an I for Alexander the Great. All right, that is from this one. I, Daniel, fainted and was sick, and certain days after I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it. Today we are past and we know what happened in history, and we can tell people what it's all about. Now, chapter 9, I've already spoken on the 490 years. I'm not going in detail with that, but I'm going to place the video now in sequence that you can go and see chapter 9 when I spoke about 490 and then the abomination, all right, that is spoken in chapter 9. Now it says, in the 1st year of Darius, the son of, right, so chapter 9, start now off. This chapter 8 is in the 3rd year of Belshazzar. Chapter 9, I'm going to write that down, is now a vision unto Daniel, the 1st year of Darius. All right, who's Darius? Darius is this Mede king. So the Persians still has to come. This Alexander the Great and the 4 empires still have to come. And this still have to come. It's all about visions and different dreams where God tried to explain to him what is going on with his people, Judah. Israel doesn't exist anymore. The 10 tribes is gone. So there's 2 tribes left, and they are now in Babylon in exile because of their sin. And he's going to start praying and crying unto God and says, till when will this happen? What is going on? And now God is going to reveal to him a few things until Jesus Christ coming to loosen every sin and became the offering unto them. So this is the 1st year of Darius the son. I believe if you're going to go through my videos, the first, if it's boring, it's all right. Just go first one, second one, third one, fourth. You go in sequence, then you will start seeing, oh, it's about his life. And that time, it's nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with 7-year tribulation for us. It's finished. It's all about these things on my board. I hope this helped you and bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.